Well, we're back. Except there's one problem, Madison. We're not live in the ClickFunnels group.
Yes, we are.
Are we?
We got in 11 seconds before.
Let me refresh one more time here. Oh my God, there we are. Okay. Just like Jason's lunch that finally just showed up at 8 p.m. at night over there in jolly old England. I'm sorry, the UK. And there it is. There he goes. He's got his sushi roll there. He's happy to go. So, all right, we are back again. We were not here last week, I don't think, because there was something else going on in Boise last week that precluded us from being here on Thursday. And Jason's going to tell us all about what that little event was. And then we're going to go through some other related stuff after that. So
no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. So, all right, just kill Jason's microphone and we'll just go on at this point. And so where were you last week, Jason?
I was at the ClickFunnels headquarters in Boise, Idaho, for the incredible launch, once in a lifetime launch of OfferLab. It was quite the show, I have to say. It was kind of like a mini funnel hacking live in a small room, because it was 4 days of non-stop presentations. The first day was actually just webinar only, which was mainly Russell. It was Russell, Doug Boughton, and McCall. Thank you. Who took care of those presentations? Really, initially talking about the first webinar was all addressed at affiliates, and then the second one was for creators, for offer creators, and that was on day one. That was the webinar. But then the following 3 days, I think there was something like 47 speakers or 45. I don't know. It was a lot of speakers. Almost 50 speakers, and I would say it's more than that, because then Russell came on multiple times, and so more than 50 presentations over the course of 3 days, each person having on average 17 minutes each, except some special people who had more. But it was pretty awesome. Yeah.
And how was Mike Filsame's speech? Was it really good?
Thanks for asking, Dan. Yeah, Mike Filsame's presentation was legendary. I say legendary. I mean, legend has it was awesome. The reason why I say that is because I happened to have stepped out of the room when he was presenting, but I have since caught up on the replay, or mostly. That was, I think. Well, what I want, we can ask me other detailed questions about anything you want, but the point of so many of these presentations was giving little golden nuggets of various things about selling offers. And what I really liked about Mike's presentation is, he went quite in depth. I mean, the guy's got a lot of experience in launching offers, and he was just really nuanced on hook, story, offer, and like the wording that you actually use on pages and in your emails. It was really, really good. So you should, like, a lot of people know that the first person to make $1 million online was the creator of Traffic Secrets, and John Reese, yeah, and then the second guy was Mike Filsame. So you want to listen to him. He knows what he's doing.
Well, that's $1 million for John Reese. It was $1 million in one day.
Yeah.
That was what, I was gonna say 2004, but I think it was even before that it happened.
Can't remember the date, but yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to go back in time and figure out when Russell was like 18, 20 years old or something.
12.
Yeah, it's when changed his life.
Yeah.
But for me, there's a couple of people that I've already gone back and rewatched their videos, and I may go back and rewatch them again. I should go back and rewatch Mike's as well. But the very first video that Russell did on day one, or the very first presentation he did, and then followed up that evening with the VIP hot seats with it was Mike and Paul Counts and who was Rich Sheffrin.
Yes, yeah.
And where Russell in the morning and then in the evening with those other guys was talking about how they used to work together, how they did collaborations, and how Russell, being a complete newbie, with not necessarily a big list. I don't know, maybe probably at that point, he probably still even had like, tens of thousands of names on his list. But he gets a hold of Mike Filsame. And the thing is, we look at these guys now and they're monsters now. And back then they were absolute nobodies. And so they just, hey, Mike, I know you got a list. I got this product. Let's jump on a webinar together and let's just, you sell to my stuff and I'll sell your stuff and we'll do it to each other's lists. And then they started talking to Rich Sheffrin, who had been doing other stuff, but had not been doing any kind of affiliate stuff. And Rich Sheffrin's a complete newbie to this. And they say, hey, Rich, why don't you come in? And he does something with Mike. And then all three of them like do something together. And then I know it wasn't long after that Russell did something very similar with, drawing a blank on his name all of a sudden, the Canadian guy who does the school, raises the money for the schools.
Stu McLaren.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Stu McLaren.
Stu McLaren, yeah. So, Russell did a thing with him, and they went through a whole lot of different examples of how they used to collaborate together back in the day, because there was no social media back then. There was no YouTube. This is all pre-2007. I mean, we all have to remember that the iPhone and Facebook were both created in 2007. And I think YouTube was just about the same year. And so prior to that, people actually had to talk to each other and become friends. And Russell said that that's how he grew things, is he would get people's contact information. And I forget what system he was using at the time. I don't think it even exists anymore. And
like
that's
AOL Instant Message or Microsoft Instant Message.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's how we keep track of people. He said the funny story is,
wasn't it a rotary dialer as well they were using? Like,
could be one. This actually had to force Russell to actually talk to somebody on a phone too, probably.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that had to be killing him.
Well, and then he talked about that they went to Skype. And he's like, there's people on Skype because it just got shut down. But he's like, I probably should have gotten their phone number.
Yeah, he said they're literally people that he's only ever contacted on Skype, and now and he didn't realize it was going away, and he doesn't know how to contact them now.
When was the last time
no way of contacting them? Yeah, he just doesn't know where they are.
Yeah. Well, they must not have been that important if he hasn't talked to them in 10 years. So maybe,
I'm not sure whether he hasn't. Not that he hasn't spoken to them in 10 years, but he certainly
would have liked to spoken to them
very
now.
recently. So
yeah, Skype. So what else exciting happened up in Boise? Anything? Did you get to go golfing? No, you didn't go golfing, did you?
Well, actually, on the the 3 days of in person, the first night we actually did. We went to Top Golf, and that was exciting. Given I never play golf, so the first hour was me hitting the ground, and then the second hour was me hitting the ground some of the time, and sometimes I hit the ball. That was fun, but it was cool. I mean, you sort of it was a who's who of digital marketers at that event. We had some incredible, obviously really well known affiliates there. We had Jonathan Montoya who was there. We had, of course, if you know in the white sort of the PLR kind of world, we had Paul Counts there. We had we had a lot of people. We had obviously Tyler Wicks, the manager of.
Well, Dan's favorite singer entertainer, Justin Guarini, was there.
I still don't know who he is. Yeah, exactly. The guy and the chick that were talking together.
Right. I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah. She could have said that name all day long, and I wouldn't have known, except that she's been giving me grief about it because I don't know who he is. But a couple other people that were big takeaways, and they are big affiliates, and they both did very well in the contest, are Paul Murphy and Mark Harbert, I think his last name is.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Funny thing is, in Paul Murphy's presentation, he was showing the leaderboard for the Secrets of Success back in the fall of 23. So he's got his name circled as number 7 on the list. Right. Guess whose name was right above that at number 6? right here. Yeah. So I was like, oh, what about me? What am I, chopped liver over here? You know, he had like the line right through my name. I thought that was so disrespectful. I was so hurt by that. But
how did you do this time? You did quite well this time, no? Or did you?
No, I didn't even make the top 20.
Oh,
yeah.
We had some
So
pretty heavy hitters in there promoting.
Yeah,
they went on their list hard. It's,
Steffi and Camilla and Doug and Jonathan, and I forget the name of the person who ended up in first because I have no idea who this person is, except that apparently
I've forgotten the name.
Martell or something. Martell is something like that. But apparently she actually signed up under Camilla or Steffi in OfferLab. I learned that because I watched the live that they did the other day. And so they were happy that she got to number one because they're like, hey, because we're getting a piece of her stuff once she gets a bunch of people in. And so they all are they got their little group that's working together there, and their friend Laura as well, whose last Hansen, I think her last name is. So there was a lot of people, a lot of young people in particular who really took over this thing and brought in just, I don't know, certainly hundreds, if not thousands of people. But again, if you have access to the recordings of the VIP, and for all I know, you might still be able to get VIP. OfferLabLaunch.com/OL-VIP, or maybe OfferLab.com/VIP. And Madison is hurriedly checking this out as we go along. $47, and you can get all the recordings from the 3 days, plus replays of both of the webinars and the VIP calls, because that's what you just bought is the VIP.
So and really well worth it, honestly. I mean, it's like the best $47 you're ever going to spend. I mean, it's some of those
just for me alone. For me alone, Paul Murphy and Mark Harbert, just go watch those two.
Yeah,
I mean, because the good thing about their presentation is they give you actionable stuff to do. Whereas, there was a lot of, this is a typical kind of thing where a lot of people get out there and they talk the bigger picture, high fuzzy head trip kind of stuff. I'm 61 years old. I've had enough of that in my life. Just tell me how to do it. That's where I am in my life. So that's why I really gravitated to those two. Plus they were also talking about doing videos, and Mark Harbert was talking about what, I forget what he calls it, but it's the old Frank Kern fire sale is what it is.
Yep.
Basically, it's a 3 to 5 day sale. Take away the bonuses as the days go along. Final cart close, and there you go.
It's a lot of email marketing focus for that. Mark, it was a lot. So everyone's thinking funnel, but so important that follow up. And you look at the big the affiliates who did really well in that contest, and you hear them talking, especially outside of the room, right? You realize actually how all in these guys went. They were really smashing their community. They were emailing. They weren't talking about anything else. But you're right. It's nice to actually hear some of these more traditional strategies as well. And I think that's one of the things I like most about the whole event, is that it was a real mix of everything from funnels to offers to email to, videos. Like Christine Morel was there, and she had a hilarious presentation as usual, and she showed a video that she created using AI that mimicked her. She says, I literally it's not a barrier, you guys. I literally learned how to do this on Tuesday. And I was speaking to her afterwards. She says, no, I swear, I did not know how to do this. I literally learned it on Tuesday and threw this thing together. It was so impressive.
And I like that she kept herself as Pedro. Like, she didn't make a different character who was actually a guy. She just put the mustache on her AI self. Did the before and after, still kind of mimicked that theory.
Before I was Pedro and I was broke, and now I'm Pedro and I'm rich.
It was hilarious.
It's
and I think the thing that I found that I learned from her presentation specifically, it was really, I mean, she talks about it all the time, but actually that, and I spoke with her afterwards, and I think people, the point is that a lot of people will obsess about production value, right? And like, it's got to be all singing and dancing. You've got to, have something look amazing. Otherwise, don't bother. And what I learned from her on her presentation and after the event was it's only about the script, right? You can just be as silly as you like, just as you say, like draw on a moustache to it doesn't matter. It can be using a friend, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be practically rehearsed. Just as long as you're having fun with the script and make people laugh, that is enough to capture them to stay involved and connected with your ad, with your YouTube video. And that's all you're trying to do, is captivate them and get them to click on the link at the end. And she in that particular video, it was funny. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it was, if you haven't watched the VIP, but it is funny. It was poking fun at the sort of earnings claims thing. Look, here's me before with no money, and here's me afterwards with lots of money. But it's clearly poking fun. I don't know whether I'm sure FTC would let that one go, because she
is really running them as ads. Like, I've seen them
she really is. Yeah.
Ads. Yeah, it wasn't just like lip service of something that, hey, I ran this as an ad for 1 minute and shut it down.
But yeah, it's just, exactly. She runs this as ads, and the really funny thing is that, like, if she were to put a serious ad saying, right, I've got this product, get this, and you're going to make lots of money, right? The FTC and Facebook would have a big problem with it, because she literally was poking fun. So this is me before, this is me afterwards, with just AI money floating around in the air. It was hilarious. It was, she can get away with that. So it's I
thought she even had a handful of money, but she didn't say I made $10,246 in 17 minutes. She just like, I was poor before, now I'm rich.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, come on. If they slapped every video who made that claim, there wouldn't be a whole lot of videos online anymore, at least for advertising purposes. Like the guy whose feet hurt, and they like show like lightning bolts shooting out of the feet, and then he takes a pill and the lightning bolts don't shoot out anymore. That's pretty much the equivalent of holding up some fake money in an AI video. So
yeah.
Either way. So anything else about Boise? Anything you had, Madison, that you took away from it?
I think it's just like opens a lot of doors, right? That people maybe have not thought about in terms of like the collaboration and what, we've all had affiliate softwares and we could sell our own products through them and people could promote them, but really tying together those offers. And I thought I like made this term myself because I thought it was genius, like the day before, and the next day I heard the guy actually use it, is to become a matchmaker, right? So you're going to become a matchmaker with an audience and then these offers, and then, everybody kind of wins with it. And the cool thing about it is you're not paying $40 or $50 or $60 or $70 a month for an affiliate software where all they can do is sell your products. You only have to pay if you make a sale.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is definitely the downfall of some of these other systems, whether it's an affiliate program that you're running where, again, there's one product, or you got something like, JV Zoo or something, ClickBank, something like that. Unless I'm wrong, because I never really use these things, but I don't think you can put together a funnel and string together multiple different offers and bounce from one to the next and have a single checkout on it and have the commissions get split out to every party that might be involved, because you put together 5 different offers into a funnel inside of ClickFunnels, and you got yourself and you got 5 other people possibly. So there's 6 different parties that have to get paid out on that. And just imagine what the logistics would be on that versus
the fulfillment.
Yeah. With ClickFunnels here. And the account is free.
Yeah. And this is the first launch I think I know where Russell spent apart from obviously he spent millions of dollars putting this together, and he spent 4 full days last week to do a launch where basically 95% of the money generated he didn't get. He didn't take any of it because it's mostly promoted by affiliates. I mean, yes, he marketed himself, but the only money that it changed hands last week were for the VIP ticket for $47, which was 100% commission to the affiliates who brought people in, and the certification $497, which also paid 100% commission to affiliates. So actually, Russell didn't make any money out of it. Right?
Other than all of us that bought who were at FHL and signed up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, well, you know what? I already had an account, so I don't know.
Well, so he gets that, but he also did some advertising. But again, we know how expensive advertising is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Expenses
Russell's going to make
versus
some
what he
money
brought
on
in.
this.
Yeah.
Russell's going to make some money on this, but the bigger picture is we all get such massive benefits. Now, there are some fees, and we all saw the fees coming out of our the 497 and the 47. We saw the fees coming out of there. And at first, just because you see the fee, all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, I didn't think there were supposed to be any fees on this. Then it turns out there were. But then you look at it and you go, okay, what would it have cost me to have generated this, and can I give this little bit of fees back to these guys so they can do things like have support and keep improving the software and et cetera, et cetera. So I mean, the little bit you give up in fees, and even at that, part of that fees gets paid back as in cash back on the merchant fees.
And you had to pay the credit card fee anyway. Like you would have had to pay the 3.5% that is the credit card processing, regardless of where you sold it at.
Yeah. So, and a lot of these other platforms have much bigger fees than what ClickFunnels is charging. At least that's what I've seen and heard, and actually, Googled the other day and said, what kind of fees are on some of these other platforms? And, they're double-digit fees on a lot of these platforms.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing is to look at this as it can be the main source of traffic for some people, right? But it doesn't have to be. But it can be a game. Honestly, can be an absolute game changer for a business. It could be make and break between you shutting down a membership that perhaps you have and you've not really been promoting it that much. And then I put one offer up there, and I think I've got something like 14 people wanting to collaborate. Granted, it's not my face on the listing, it's Rachel Miller's, but because we have a collaborative product on the platform, so that did help. But it's still great to have, it's an additional traffic source to bring people in.
I think it's money you didn't have before.
It's money
sales you didn't have.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And you can keep marketing your offer that you put in OfferLab exactly how you were before. There's no exclusivity if you put it into OfferLab. So you can keep doing your thing over here, but then go, okay, I'll make a version of it, meaning I have to make a few changes on the sales page, put that into OfferLab just so it can conform with how OfferLab has to work. You make a few changes, you put it in OfferLab, and let's say it's a $1,000 product and you're giving 50% commission. Okay, great. What did it take? You spent 10 minutes changing your page, your funnel page, just the page. We're not talking funnels here, page, sales page. You made 5 minutes changing that. You put it into OfferLab, and now you got an army of thousands of people that can potentially sell this for you and be sending you basically 50% of every sale because you didn't do anything
or more.
Sending you money.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you really start thinking about this from that standpoint. You're going, wait a second, I didn't do anything, and people are sending me $500 checks.
Yeah,
and they did all the work to sell it.
And even if you're not making money, let's say you're giving 100% commission away on anything you're selling. It's like your objective is just to build your list, right? Yeah. It's a great way of doing it. I mean, it's the combinations, the permutations are absolutely endless. I wanted, for example, I wanted to promote Linchpin book as an affiliate. I mean, I've always promoted, it hasn't stopped me telling people to go and buy the book here, but I've kind of wanted to do an affiliate thing. And that is the one product that has not been available as an affiliate product ever. But now Russell has put all of his books on the platform, so now I can actually I can actually do a video say, hey, listen, if you've not read Russell's linchpin book, I'm going to give you a link. You can go and get a special link. You can go and get the book for free. Just pay the shipping for it. And on the next page, you're going to see, Dan Havey's amazing mastery course on CSS and JavaScript on Pages, so that you can, make your funnels look amazing. I can create my own flow. And that's the other thing, like, the affiliate links still exist for .com secrets and expert secret traffic secrets books, but you don't control what happens after that first purchase. And now you can create your own menu. It's amazing.
It could be your mini course, walking them through it chapter by chapter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what I was going to say is, and the nice thing is, as the creator, whether you're creating $1,000 product or a $5 product, whatever it is, you as the creator are the one who receives the names. So anybody who purchased it, you get the name, the email address, all the contact information. The affiliate, the promoter of your thing, doesn't get any of that. So it's a way for you to build your list as well as selling your products.
There was a comment in one of these OfferLab groups, not the official group, but a group Dan and I are in, where somebody said, I gave away 100% commission and I still paid the fee. That's now been changed. Yeah. But still, I was like, you would probably pay $2 to get somebody's name on your list as a lead through Facebook ads easily.
Even it's not the ad cost. I mean, your time and energy having to, come up with a campaign if you're doing it yourself, or if you're paying management fee, right? It's a lot more than $2 a lead, right? Yeah.
And I did actually get an email confirmation from Kyle today saying that they do have that fixed. What was happening is, how it was supposed to work. Let's say you got $100 purchase price, and out of the $100, the fees come out off the top, and then everything left over is split between the creator and the affiliate. Yeah. Well, what was happening by accident is they were doing the split, and then they were taking out the percentage. So they got that fixed up now. So it's working out fine. So you can sell, you can be a creator. You can create $100 product, put it in there, give away 100% of the commission, and you will not be charged anything to do it, because the $100 fees come off the top, whatever's left over goes to the affiliate. And you
100% net of commission. Money. Net of transaction fees and commissions, not commissions, but yeah.
So they got that all straightened out, and they refunded everybody the money and rejiggered the accounts. So everybody should be square at this point. If you're not, if you still see something you don't think is right, support@offerlab.com. Send them a message and let them know about it. None of us are OfferLab employees, so don't send us anything, because we can't help you even if we wanted to. And well, I won't speak for the other two. I would, but either way.
We will help you as far as we can help you.
Yeah, which would not be very far, because we don't work for OfferLab. So the next thing I wanted to go into is, I dropped already in, at least on ClickFunnels, Facebook, I dropped a link in there to a feature request post inside of school. So if you got any kind of feature requests, just go to that post right there. And in fact, the dev team actually asked me for a link to that post today. So I sent it over to them, excuse me, so that they could go through there, have the devs go through there and look at what people are asking for. And don't be afraid if you got the same thing that somebody else already put in there, because if 5, 6, 10, 20 people say they want the exact same thing, or find one of the other ones and comment, yes, I definitely want this, because one of the major things that we're finding is the ability to search and find things, the lack of categorization, et cetera, is probably one of the biggest requests there is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And at the same point, don't think of these things that are like outlandish, like I want OfferLab to automatically create my course for it. No, think of things that are small little tweaks that are actually reasonable that a dev team could make, like being able to sort by 100% commission, or being able to click on somebody's name and see all the products. Don't don't think of like your magical wish list of if it could do anything on the internet, what it would be, because that's probably a little realistic, unrealistic.
Things that are useful are like, so sorry, Dan, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to make a joke.
So I was going to say things like, because they can't think of everything. If integrations, because there are integrations with Kajabi and with ClickFunnels, obviously, and high level. But for example, there isn't one for Kajabi, so I put in a feature request saying, look, some people are selling courses on Kajabi. I don't personally, but I have clients that do. So I put that feature request in. So yeah, if you're using some other platform, God forbid, than ClickFunnels to have your course on it.
What is wrong with you?
If you've not seen the light yet and not put your courses in ClickFunnels and you put them somewhere else? Just joking. Which is a different topic.
Well, we are in the ClickFunnels group, so we can be biased. How's that?
Yeah. Yes, if for some reason you got possessed and put it you put your course on another platform,
led astray by an affiliate, and you ended up with a different platform. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the topic we should actually talk about, by the way, the other platforms thing, because that's a huge opportunity here for affiliates.
Yeah, I was on a call earlier today with people talking about whatever, and I said, it was with funnel builders, and they're like, "What's the play here?" And I said, "Well, simple is you got a marketplace here full of people who are using all kinds of different softwares. Show them the light, show them how good ClickFunnels is, get them in, give them some frameworks, give them some share funnels, and because they were like, how can we get funnel building business out of it? I go, well, maybe not directly." But you got to show them the light that ClickFunnels is a far superior builder to any of the other ones out there, and then you can build them something. So
and vice versa. Bring your current clients who are not on OfferLab to OfferLab. And at least if they sign up under you and you took the certification, you'll get the % back for every transaction they have.
Yeah.
Well, and Russell talks about it a lot. Go find people who have products out there. It doesn't matter which platform they're on. Find people who have products out there, get them into OfferLab, and help them set up their listings and get it sold, because then again, you're going to get that cash back on every single sale they ever make.
Yeah. The only exception to that is obviously you can use the Zapier integration to actually push that order to a lot of different platforms. I do not believe that Etsy is one of those yet. And obviously Amazon's one that's not there either. Because that was my thought. I was like, man, there's so many people that sell on Etsy that could sell on OfferLab. But it doesn't look like the Etsy API lets you create an outside order.
But it doesn't stop you. The beauty of it is it doesn't stop you from approaching people who are on Etsy who've got great things, and say, hey, listen, you can just put your order, you can put your offer directly onto this platform without using Etsy.
They just have to use some management software, Google Sheet, or there's tons of different options for where the orders actually go.
Yeah, they've got funnel building work there that you can use.
Exactly.
You see? Yeah,
exactly.
And I just thought of this because this is actually probably the answer that I got to the question earlier, which was, how can I get funnel building business out of this? Well, you guys just brought it up. Somebody's selling something on Etsy. Etsy doesn't coordinate with OfferLab, but they want to get into OfferLab. Hi, I'll go over there, find the person in Etsy, go, I'll build you the single page that you need built. Where, forget funnels. They just need a single page. Build them the single offer page for whatever you charge them, and then help them put that into OfferLab. And so you can get the OfferLab sign up for it. You can get the merchant fees if they buy certification or VIP. You get those fees, plus you get the funnel building fee. And this person now gets into ClickFunnels. And the thing is, do you have to necessarily? I mean, it would be best if you sold them also onto ClickFunnels and got them into ClickFunnels. But if you build a single page for them, wouldn't necessarily have to be in their account. You could have that in your account, unless it violates the terms of service, and ClickFunnels legal can let me know. But you could possibly just keep those in your account. And so there's a lot of things you could do here. Obviously, it's best to get their own
that's
account.
only a benefit of the FBC program.
Yeah, you need to be on the FBC program, Funnel Builder Certification Program, in order to do that. Yeah.
Then you should go buy that too. Look at all the money we're making for ClickFunnels here today. Jeez, I'll tell you. But do we want to take a look at some of the stuff inside of OfferLab, because we do have to wrap up here before the top of the hour, because Mr. Russell Brunson is starting the certification training at 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Who's that?
Never heard of him.
Know. Some kid who lives in Boise.
Ask Mark how to say it. Yeah. But we can let Jason go, and he can go enjoy his dinner. And Dan and I, we can look at, unless he wants to hang out. Unless it's already
hang out for another couple of minutes.
Yeah. We only got 21 minutes before Russell starts, so we wouldn't want to miss that.
We don't want to miss that for sure.
No, Madison, did you have anything in particular you wanted to show?
Well, by the way, we should drop the link to certification as well in the Facebook group in case people have not bitten the bullet yet to get it. It's not too late.
Did you drop the link for VIP in there? Or did you just show it up?
VIP is VIP, but if this is certification training, I think
it's just /certification
or / even. /
I always get those confused.
Yeah. Man, it's one of them.
Oh, that's the feature request one.
Is this the link to VIP? Let me see here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So did anybody drop the link to VIP?
Yeah.
I put the certification one in, but I can do the VIP one too.
Okay. Well, I have it right here. So there we go.
And Tyler says Jason doesn't need to eat. He's a funnel machine.
Oh, well, funnel machines apparently don't need to eat then. How come Tyler's not on this call with us, Tyler? Are you too tired from working last week? He's all tuckered out.
What, Tyler was a complete rock star. He's an absolute rock star.
Was he?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was last week. He pulled a lot of people into that room. Got some incredible speakers. A massive shout out to Tyler, absolutely legendary affiliate manager. Pretty much manages every affiliate program across all the different units. I have no idea how he does what he does, how he manages so many relationships, but he is a rock star for sure, and helps me out like on a daily basis. It's incredible.
He'll help everybody out. Yeah.
So yeah, should we have a look at some things? What did you want to do there?
Let me I can share my screen. I got a couple things open here. Hopefully I won't divulge too much information. Let me see here.
I will say, while Dan's pulling that up, if you have requested to collab with somebody and they haven't gotten back to you, currently there's no notifications they get. So they don't get an email saying Jane Doe wants to collaborate with you. So just have that in mind. They're not always rejecting you. They may just not have seen it because you do have to go to the platform.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Doug Bowden was saying that the other day, is he had a whole bunch of requests from people and he forgot to go in there and look. And he goes in there, he's got like 20, 30 requests, and he's like, oh, yeah. So that is one of the things at this point. I would guess at some point they need to create some sort of a mechanism to, send you a text message, an email, or something to let you know that those guys, that somebody's looking to collab with you.
Yeah, feature requests. I'm sure it's going to be on the roadmap.
Oh yeah,
something will be on the roadmap.
You would certainly think that one would be. So I just pulled up this one here because this was something we were talking about the other day. And initially I said, this search here is, so I put into the search, you can see up here at the top the word funnel. And one of the speakers over the weekend was talking about this, and he was talking about it as if it was a search engine just like Google. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not buying that, because for me it looks more like it's just kind of an alphanumeric search here. Well, the more I looked at it, though, I still don't agree that it's Google-esque, but because Google is so different. But as you come through here, funnel extract would not be this far down on the list if it were a bubble sort, basically an alphanumeric sort. Funnel extract would not be down here because it's got the exact same, except for the space. Maybe that could be a difference, but here, so whatever. Where or how they are sorting this at this point, we're not sure. Are they looking at just the name of the offer? Are they looking at, let's just click on this one here. Are they looking at the introduction with it as well? Are they looking at the description? Madison even thought the other day that they may even be going so far as to going to your page. That would be the actual sales page, and scanning that as well. We don't know at this point, and I haven't had enough time to look at it deep enough to really come up with something. This one here has a big whopping 1% commission. This
Check
one should
the next
probably
one on
be
the list, Dan. The next one on the list is a good opportunity for people to promote.
The next one on the list was what was the next one on the list? You?
Yeah.
The one with the really super long title?
Yeah.
Oh.
I will claim. So Dan brought this up on a call, and I actually do have a framework that is called Funnel Armor. It's kind of inspired by Under Armour. So I was like, I'm willing to test that this theory of funnel with an A would go above funnel with is it an I-L-licious? An L? Something like that?
Now here's a trick. I will just tell you this. Is Madison's trying to do her alphabet there. Is Command click, Control click, open up a new tab. That way, this does not go away. Otherwise, every time you come back here, you got to start your search all over again, all that. So just open it up in a new tab, and then you don't have this problem. So we got 15 minutes until Russell's going live. So here's Madison's listing right here. And so you're giving away 100% commission. Yep. And what's the price on this one here?
$47.
Yeah. So I had let's just do a couple of quick things here.
I will say the title you put there, it says Funnel Armor, done for you, fitness, blah, 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 blah. That is what the customer sees. So I was like, well, 100% commission would be great to put in there, but that's probably not something you actually want your customer to see.
You're saying the customer sees this here?
Yep.
No, why? How would the customer see this?
They'll see it on the checkout page.
Oh.
Okay.
Even though the product is named something else inside my ClickFunnels workspace.
Okay, we didn't think about that. On the checkout of the Stripe checkout, or on the
Stripe. Yep.
Okay, so not the confirmation.
I would imagine it passes through to the confirmation page.
Okay, so those are all things we gotta check, and that's the thing, is we're all learning this as quickly as we possibly can. Madison's a few steps ahead of most of us regarding putting some of this stuff up and testing it back and forth, and getting their credit card out and actually buying things. But one of the things I was going to say, and this I got from Ben Moot, because I had the question, and that's why I even put in here, where's Waldo? Where in the heck does this go to, this introduction? It doesn't surface anywhere. Well, it turns out how this is working right now, but it's going to change very quickly, is this down here is what shows up. Where did we just have yours open here? That shows up here at the top.
Yep.
So what is the subtitle right now is showing up here as the headline, I would call this. Very quickly, the introduction will be where you would expect it to be at the top of the page. But until they get that completely fixed, what Ben said is whatever you put in down here that you want as the title, also put that in up here as the introduction. Because eventually this one down here is going to go away. So make sure you have it in both places, because the introduction is then going to surface as the headline. So that's a big thing, is start putting those in there as well.
It'll be interesting to see when that actually gets switched, because they do have a difference in the character limit. Yeah, so your subtitle's 100, your introduction's 250 characters.
Yeah. Well, I would guess, whatever's down here, I would guess when they do this, they're going to rip this out, stick it in up top here. And because otherwise there's going to be a lot of people who all of a sudden, they're going to lose their headline basically if they don't do something in there to take this and put it up here. So from now on, as you're building, or if you're going to go back and fix any of yours, which you should do at this point, is move that up there. So I had opened up a couple of other funnels here. So we had this person here, funnel in a day. This one, and these were just randomly pulling these things up. So this person here will build you a funnel apparently before 1800 hours in the UK. I don't know, based upon when you purchase or whatever. And, $600 sale price, you're given 20% commission. Okay, that's fine. What I found interesting about this is, first off, apparently, she's going to build it in high level, I guess.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
But if you go to the sales page, what I found interesting is she built her sales page inside of OfferLab. And I was like, why wouldn't you build your sales page inside a high level? I just found that to be funny. I don't know this person. Sorry if I'm picking on you a little bit, but my suggestion would be, if you're building in high level, build your sales page in high level. They integrate. So that would be my thing there. And I did look at this. Or wait, no, is this? Oh yeah, that's right. This one was built inside of OfferLab. Now you got here store.health, helenofhealth.com. So she did use a custom domain. But it's still, we know it's OfferLab first off because of how it looks. And then also, if you look at the code, you will also see, just come in here. If the code looks like this and you see the title down here, you know that it's an OfferLab, page. So you got
nicely done though. I must say, I'm quite impressed with how that looks, given it's not a full editor. It's like. That's pretty impressive.
Well, the one thing you're going to see is they all look the same.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
That's the problem. So we got this one here, 80% coaching, business accelerator kit. This one here, I think I left open because what they did here is, again, these listings right here are selling to the affiliate, not to the consumer. So the affiliate comes in here and sees, 50% commission. All right, cool. All right, that gets my attention. So that's one of the things they were talking about on the call last week, Tuesday, is make sure you are selling to the affiliate. What are the benefits to the affiliate? The verbiage down here in the description should also be speaking to the affiliate to, like the first part here, speak to the affiliate. After that, what you want to do is speak to the affiliate about how they can sell this then to the consumer.
I use the Jerry Maguire reference. Help me help you. How can you help the affiliate make you money?
Yeah. Because that's what this is about. It's about the affiliates making money. So do everything you can. We got a bunch of other ideas. We're not going to go into them today about how you can help your affiliates make money. Madison's come up with some brilliant stuff on that. But let's keep going on here. We got here Coach Lacey, again, a third one here built inside of OfferLab. So you got basic, well, no, or is that the same one here? I don't know. I opened up all these tabs yesterday and I slept since then, at least for a little while. Now, do they all have that drop down on them? Because we got one has a drop down. I don't think, did this one have a drop down? So that must be something you can activate in there. I didn't see a switch for that. Did you? Yeah. Again, this one here is clearly built on OfferLab. Now you can tell if it says shop.offerlab.com, but again, here they used a custom domain.
We just scroll down again there.
But that one is offered.
Yeah, but again, if I look at the source code, I can tell that is OfferLab.
Oh, I'll take your word for it. It's too small for me to see.
Oh, you can't see it. Well, yeah, it's kind of small.
Well, no, I'm just saying that the title at the top could be whatever or is it, do all of them have that line OfferLab in them in the title? Because you could have a title on a page in another builder or HTML or right, and it would still pull like that.
I'm not
Or is it
understanding.
that another, the one above the at the bottom where you have it highlighted where it says just OfferLab? Is that how you're telling?
No, I'm just telling because of I looked at enough of these that I know what the format of the HTML is. That's all. And so the title tag just sticks out like that, like a sore thumb right there. Same thing here. So here's 3 of them, all built on OfferLab, and that's just the structure of the HTML. So that's how I can tell. That was it. So here's Polly Benson does Legiliner, and so again, same basic format.
This example was built after FHL, so this is slightly different. You can see that some of those that came after FHL before, call it the end of June, have a different template format. Because some can have a video at the top.
Yeah, they're more elaborate now.
Testimonials.
Yeah.
Here we got a video here. So,
but I think all of them that are coming now are like coming with like a 2-column row at the top.
Well, this is 2 columns, I would guess. Yeah, this is an image.
I just know that one's been on there for a while, so.
Yeah, that's text. So it's got to be a 2-column row here. I mean, I can inspect it, but we got 6 minutes left. This one here was built. Oh, yeah, this one was built in ClickFunnels, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I know why I left this open here is because, and this is something you and I need to talk about, Madison, maybe after Russell's done, because you had said something about the OTO buttons, and I want to see how that's built. But because you were thinking that there's no way to change the OTO. Well, one thing I found with these buttons here, and as we know, this is a ClickFunnels page right here. And so you grab that script. So they give you some JavaScript code. You put it into the head tracking code or the body if you want, or the footer, but just put in the head tracking code is best. And I don't know why this poor girl's hanging herself there, but looks uncomfortable. Once you do that, then
she's tired of not seeing results in the gym. That's why she's hanging from.
Oh, well, there you go. So the
OTO button.
Yeah. Well, not the OTO button. So this here's just a standard sales page. So this would be a front end product. You go through and you click on the buttons and it puts the prices on them and all that. Well, when it does that, if you come over here and you look at the code, the HTML over here, what it does is it puts in this attribute. So it adds that in there that way. That way the code knows that this is actually a button associated with OfferLab. So when you're coming through a page, you decide, okay, I want to promote this person's offer. Go to the page. First off, look at the page, read the page, watch the video, know exactly what it is, and then go through and either click on every single button. I'm not going to click on the button because when I do, it's going to open up Stripe and you're going to see my email address and a bunch of other personal information. So I'm not going to click on it. But if I were to click on it, it will open up a new tab with a Stripe checkout on it. Okay. If you don't want to do that, you can go through every single one of the buttons. And so let's find the next button on here. It's down quite
and I will have to give the shout out. Tim Hewitt has a great post inside the OfferLab school group explaining using these as one-time offers. So that's how initially I discovered that the code gets added, the button gets added, because I was like, how the heck do you mark a regular button versus a no button? And so in that post, he does a great job of explaining that. Okay.
I'll have to look for that. Because that's something I have not explored yet. And you had said something about it last night in a post. And so we didn't get nearly as far on what I was thinking we were going to do as far as critiquing some of these offers. But the biggest thing is, let's go back to here or here.
We'll also say those thumbnails, use a YouTube thumbnail framework in Canva 16.9 seems to work the best for those images on your listings.
So these images right here.
Yep.
So yeah, so these have to be, as she just said, 16.9, bigger the better. Make the image big, make it very high definition, and let OfferLab size the image down for you. These images that go over here, which you put in by clicking up here, and you put that in, add that. You can also change the name of your offer by clicking up there. And so where the heck was I? Yeah, right here. So make sure these are 16:9. That one, you want to make sure that's square, but again, make it as high def as possible. But also think about this image here, because look at that. You can't really see what it is when it's in this position here. And if we go back to our offers, that should hopefully come back up here. Here the image looks just fine. But if I were to come up here and search for LinkedIn, it's not going to LinkedIn. See if it pops up. So it is down here. I can see the word coaches. That's it. So that's another thing that I would like to see is, as they go forward here, is where we're seeing searches like this, make the images bigger.
And some of them are coming across as little circles.
Yeah, like, well, here's one right here.
That's what mine did. Yep.
Yeah, and occasionally I've seen it where it's also like really big. Yeah, instead of being like 20 by 20, what all the rest of them are, is all of a sudden you'll get one that's like 200 by 200. As like so there's some glitches in here. There's some issues that they're going to be working on cleaning up. But as I said earlier to a group of people, and it's 1 o'clock, we need to bounce. The back end of it seems to actually be working very good. The front end, there needs to be some cleaning up here, but the back end, the technology behind it, actually seems to be working just fine.
Yep.
Which, cleaning up the UI is a lot easier than making the back end work if it didn't. So that appears to be working, and so I was very happy about that. But on that note, it is 1 o'clock, and we all got to go run over and talk to Russell.
Yeah.
Well, we got to listen to Russell. We're not that special. I mean, Jason is, but Dan and you are
I don't
not.
know how special I am, to be honest.
We're not. So, okay. Let's kill that. Okay. All right. That's it. I'm done.
We'll see everybody next week, where we'll probably still be talking about OfferLab.
Probably. Who knows?
Welcome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
for being here.
Cool. Thank you.
See you later.
See